The recipients of the next award, Barbara Murphy, Girish Nadkarni, and Steven Coca, has been a tremendous pleasure. They are absolutely committed to their work, committed to patients, and have been true partners in moving their technologies forward and ultimately enabling commercialization for patient benefit. So at this time I will describe the deal of the year and ask Girish and Steve to start coming this direction. So the Mount Sinai Deal of the Year Award recognizes a notable technology transaction from the Mount Sinai Health System that represents a major breakthrough in research and a strong commercial partnership for advancement. And in this case, it resulted in the creation of a company by the name of RenalytixAI. I'm pleased to present this award to Dr. Steven Coca and Girish Nadkarni, as well as Barbara Murphy. Unfortunately, Dr. Murphy could not join us today. Renalytix is creating advanced clinical diagnostics and prognostics for to identify the progression of renal disease and the onset of transplant, rejection, and fibrosis. In collaboration with Renalytix, Mount Sinai and Renalytix raised just under $50 million in the last year on the London AIM exchange. AIM stands for Alternative Investment Market. And KidneyIntelX, which is the first product from Renalytix, received breakthrough designation from the FDA and received a CPT code for billing and pricing guidance from the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services in 2019. Dr. Coca and Nadkarni are here with us today to accept this award, and we congratulate them on the importance of their accomplishments.
First, I'd like to thank the entire leadership of the school, including Dean Charney, for creating an innovative environment where a young investigator like myself can actually feel inspired every single day I come to work. Special thanks to Erik, without whom this would not have been possible. Thanks to Barbara Murphy, who couldn't be here today, but whose vision and whose vision of the future is actually driving the Department of Medicine to greater and greater heights. Thank you to the Renalytix team, James McCullough, James Sterling, Fergus Fleming, Sally Bowden, Michael Donovan, and Kate Brennan, who's in the audience today. And finally, on a personal note, thank you to my wife, Priya Simoy, who's in the audience, and who's put up with me for 8 years and hopefully many years more.
The music didn't start playing on Girish, but quite short. It leaves me a few minutes. I'll echo all the thank yous that Girish gave, especially to Dean Charney, Dr. Murphy, and the administration, and Mount Sinai in general. October of 2019 represents my 5-year anniversary at Mount Sinai. And when I interviewed with Dean Charney when I was coming from Yale, he basically only had one question for me. And he said, what are you gonna patent? What's your invention? And I was sweating there and not sure what to say. But
you did it.
Sure enough, I've actually, in my talks, in my annual research in progress, I have the work we were doing really as a labor of love and just using biomarkers and data for risk prediction in patients with kidney disease. And I have, we're creating these models and understanding pathways of disease. But I always had goals 1 and 2 were to change the way we perform clinical trials. And goal 2 is to change the way we care for patients and make an impact on patients. And initially I said that's going to be down the road. And really this whole deal with Renalytix and this amazing endeavor has made it come to fruition much sooner than I could have ever dreamed of. And it's really just such an exciting time to be working on this and really improve the life of this unrecognized. The previous winners were a rare disease. We're dealing with a common disease and kidney disease, which is often unrecognized, underappreciated, but yet costs so much in terms of quality of life, poor outcomes, and cost to the healthcare service, the healthcare system in general. So if we can make a small dent on that, I think it's a big win. And so I really appreciate all the support on down I tell all the applicants who come in for residency or for fellowship what an inspiring, innovative place Mount Sinai is, and I hope they appreciate that when they come in. So thank you to Girish and the whole team, and Erik, and yeah, I think the music's playing for me now. And Erik wanted me to mention this week, Renalytics won Deal of the Year for the AIM on the London Stock Exchange just Thursday night, and here we are Monday night celebrating Deal of the Year on this side of the Atlantic. So,